I wonder how many dogs have chased away burglars without their owners knowing. Greetings gamers and welcome back to Top 10 Gaming. I'm your host Carl Monroe and I accidentally wrote 11 numbers for this list, so yeah. You guys love FNAF, so much so that you actually got me to play it on the channel, but after I was done, I thought of something interesting, so be sure you stick around until number 1 for my theory on Help Wanted, because it will definitely blow your mind. But what other theories can I discuss that also still have footing? That's what we're exploring with today's list of the top 10 Scary FNAF Fan Theories. Roll the intro. And at 10, Real Pizzeria. Before the release of FNAF 4, Scott Cawthon's website was littered with references to the numbers 8 and 7 in the source code. This caused many fans, and even dear old MatPat, to think that these were references to the year 1987, where the famous frontal lobe bite occurred. However, other fans believed they were coordinates, so after plugging them into Google Maps, which I honestly don't understand how you would do that, I tried it and it didn't work. Like, did you just put all the numbers in, or did you like put spaces? Like what? Whatever. After putting them into Google Maps, they found that the location it gave was an actual pizzeria. Obviously, once this got shared, fans of the franchise started harassing the place trying to get answers, and while it might have been all one big coincidence, someone might have caught on before. Kathy Blockus reviewed the pizzeria saying the robots kill. I saw Robot Fox killing a kid before in there. Run for your life out of there. Alright. Grammar. This was left 3 weeks before FNAF 4 was even announced, which is when all of the 8s and 7s appeared on the website. While this is incriminating, they also left the place a 5-star review, so I'm pretty sure they were just fans of the franchise. But could they be related? And at 9, MAGNGLE was made from Ennard. This really isn't a popular theory. In fact, most people really hate this theory, but the theory suggests that MAGNGLE was made after the events that occurred in the minigames of Sister Location, where Michael Afton barfs up last night's helping of Ennard's spaghetti. This theory seems to point out that Ennard now has plenty of loose and missing parts that could be used to make MAGNGLE. I mean, this is the kind of thing Scott would do. But it was revealed that Baby was kicked out and then she reassembled herself, so I don't really think this theory holds much footing anymore. But it's an interesting theory nonetheless. Even if you hate the theory, you can admit that you kind of believed it would be a thing. If I had seen this theory before the other reveals, I would have believed it. And at 8, Dream Theory. Most of you had heard this one before. Everything we've seen in these games is a dream. Sure, Help Wanted gets kinda meta and kinda puts this theory to bed, but what if the things we are seeing are still a dream? What if it's not the crying child in his home or hospital room waking up every morning? What if it's William Afton dreaming about the insane things he plans on doing, and how well it will work out? Well, to him it will work out well, because he's a lunatic. Time works differently in dreams. You can go a whole month of your life and then wake up and it's only been 6 hours. And sure, you're able to control your dreams, but that's very difficult to do, because once you realize you're dreaming, you basically wake up. So what if he's only considering killing children right now, and this is his mind telling him not to do it, or to do it, because again, he's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Or there is the other theory that we are still dreaming through Crying Child, where he's just now further into the dream, trying to justify what he saw so that when he wakes up he isn't terrified. Or he played the games and had nightmares about them, and now he's in the real world maybe? I don't know. And at 7, Real Life Links. In December of 1993, after Chuck E. Cheese had closed in Aurora, Colorado, Margaret Kohlberg, the manager, is tallying receipts in the back room. While she does that, Bobby Stevens scrubs down the kitchen, and Sylvia Crowell, Ben Grant, and Colleen O'Connor all work on cleaning the main party area. However, there is someone hiding in the bathrooms, 19-year-old Nathan Dunlap. Earlier that year, he had began working as a cook, before getting into an argument over his hours, which resulted in him losing his job. He was looking for revenge. He exited the bathroom and began firing, killing everyone in the building. First Sylvia, then Ben, then Colleen. Then he went into the kitchen where the bullet entered Bobby's jaw, sending him flying to the ground. Then Nathan went to the back where Margaret opened the safe before being shot twice. Nathan filled her bag with $1,500 cash, arcade tokens, and keychains. Thanks to the security cameras, he was promptly arrested and sentenced to death, thanks to the testimony of Bobby, who actually survived the shot to his jaw. I got this theory from Map Out of Game Theory because it was really interesting. And while it may not be true that the stories are linked, I still think the stories are so close it's impossible not to think about it. And at 6, the movie isn't real. We all know about the Five Nights at Freddy's movie supposedly in development by the same studio that made Paranormal Activity, but what if it's not really gonna happen? I can see something like this playing out where instead of making the movie, they say that workers died on set, causing them to halt production. And while it may get some bad press, a series about about dead children possessing animatronics having real deaths associated with it would be incredible press nonetheless. Especially when the deaths are actually fake because they only wanted to use the movie as a boost to like the games in the book. We haven't even gotten any word on a potential plot for the better part of a year, at least to my knowledge. And maybe the studio got the rights to the movie since they know how to handle paranormal press. Or they have a guy who can do that, something like that. I don't know, I just think that this movie would make a boatload, and since Scott loves rushing out games and books every other month, it's a surprise he hasn't made this one come out yet. Like, come on. And it's damn suspicious if you ask me. Like, what are you doing, Scott? Come on. And at 5, Withered Bonnie wants your face. In Withered Bonnie's jump scare in FNAF 2, we can see him reaching towards your screen as if reaching for your face. I mean, he is missing his, and the other animatronics attack if they see an endoskeleton. But if he had an exposed endoskeleton, why would he attack another one since they're one of his own? Withered Bonnie is also essentially reaching for the Freddy mask that you have on your head that you just flop down, maybe thinking he can use it to prevent others from attacking him, since his freaking face is missing. Actually, now that I think about it, what if the reason they're attacking you is because they can sense the remnant in your body? Maybe in fact you got scooped before becoming the night guard at these pizzerias, and now you look like you should be in a suit because Ennard is inside you, and potentially exposed. I don't know, it seems like a hell of a stretch, but I just wanted to throw that out there. And at 4, you're the new killer. While yes, I did start playing through FNAF VR on the channel, be sure you go watch by the way, share and like that video if you want more, because I'm only doing that if it gets enough views. Because, God! Okay. Oh my. Okay, there they are. However, I already know the end. No matter what you do in the final battle against Glitchtrap, you end up getting stuck in the game while he gets out. And while maybe it's signifying that he is taking over your body or escaping the game, what if instead he is passing the baton to you? I mean, I've already said it. What if he's taking over your body, like physically controlling it while you're in the game? That means that you're the new killer, in essence. But what if being trapped in the game will drive you insane for eternity, until you do the same thing as he did and switch with someone unfortunate enough to play, turning them into code while you escape and plan on tracking down the man who took your life? I mean, it's plausible. Scott has always been known to not shy away from big twists and reveals, like he did in this game. He soft rebooted the series. And if this game was meant to be a soft reboot, wouldn't you becoming the killer be the ultimate switch up, and be one hell of a way to start up a new story arc? I think so. And at 3, the Cult of Afton. Another theory I saw from MatPat. In Help Wanted's Curse of Dreadbear DLC, you, at the end, are tasked with collecting 4 keys from a corn maze while Hollow Foxy chases you. Well, if you find all 4, a 5th one appears. A glitchy one. If you manage to get it, it unlocks a cellar, which looks like the barn that acts as the hub for the DLC. Well, this time it's torn up and looks like it's been decaying for years. And there's a bunny mask sitting on a table next to an unlit candle and a circle of potentially blood or candle wax. Well, put the mask on and your breathing slows and you relax, then the DLC is complete. When you head back to the prize counter, it's there and you can wear it again. But if you do this while holding Glitchtrap's plush, you start seemingly having a conversation with someone, but you can't hear the other. This leads Matt to believe that there is a cult forming around worshipping Afton, and maybe they are trying to bring him back from hell. And I mean, if Glitchtrap is supposed to be Afton preserved in code, we all know what happens at the end. I've already explained it. Gets out. Shh. And at 2, special delivery, indoctrination. In the few cults that I've been a part of, we've always had an indoctrination, something you must complete before being able to join the group and ascend to the next level. But what would a cult surrounding praising a man who sends animatronics after children do? Obviously make you need to survive them. And sure, there are the normal games, but those don't compare to real life. You need something more mobile and accessible. Everyone has a phone, and while it's easy to stay in one place, you can actually move around while using the AR on your phone, making for a more difficult challenge, but also a more telling test of your skill and problem-solving abilities. Plus, they gotta know you can kill kids. If you've played FNAF AR, you are now in the cult. Welcome. Finally, in at number 1, ignore Help Wanted. Now finally, I'm still talking about the Cult of Afton. Maybe they're trying to get him out. Maybe they want to see him freed from his prison and back into the world. But how would they do that? By telling you the exact thing you need to do to let him escape, but by making it seem like it will defeat him. And who in this game gives you the directions to stop Glitchtrap that in fact lets him escape? Tape Girl. tape girl also sounds a hell of a lot like the girl who speaks when you wear the bunny mask while holding Glitch Trap. And maybe that's who we're even playing as. But the thing is, we don't know how long she's been a part of this. She might have been the whole time. Hence why she's describing seeing the tester as being covered in oil with a mask laying on the ground instead of blood and his face. We don't know if she's been planning this from the start, so we can't really trust anything she says. This is my own personal theory, and if she says that the company hired Scott to make a joke of things, what if she's only saying that so when William gets out, they'll be looking at the company and not him? Maybe Scott is just fighting for the truth of things. I guess we'll have to wait to find out. Plus, I know that it's not Scott himself in the game, but his name hasn't been revealed, plus it's his photo, so I'm gonna keep calling him Scott until such time as it is revealed. There we have it, friends, the top 10 Scary FNAF fan theories. I really think I'm onto something with number 1, but I have been proven wrong with my past theories. Many times. What did you think of it, and do you have anything to help me prove it? Let me know down below, and on your way down, be sure you hit like and subscribe for daily gaming content and ring that bell to join the clan and level up. Thank you all so much for watching. I have been Ennard, Connor Monroe, and I'll see you in another video.